Coming up in this video, types of mediumship. Today, we're going to be talking about healing mediumship. This is part of our mediumship development training. So what is healing mediumship? Are you curious mediumship? Maybe you're exploring this as a hobby.
Maybe you want to go pro?
Would you like some tips? Come join us for some mediumship development training today, and let us know that you can hear us and see us with a hashtag good to go.
So as always, guys, if you have any questions relating to the topic of this video, be sure to drop them in the comments.
Yes.
And as always, share the video and you get a prize.
Stay with us for the whole video and you get a prize.
We like to give prizes. So it is actually time right now to set the mood.
And it is time to turn the lights down low.
Oh,
no?
Lord.
No?
So basically, in this age of spiritual awakening that I think you all feel like we're in, more and more people are searching for how to get woke and stay woke.
And numbers don't lie. There are over 33,000 people searching for spiritual awakening every month.
It's happening. So, but to get woke, you have to stop following the herd. Like the herd that thinks they are woke, that's the herd we're talking about.
Yeah.
And start thinking for yourself and looking deeper to crack the code.
Absolutely. Please do that. And we are the rebels that you've been looking for. And we're calling all rebels and renegade masters.
That's right. So we basically are on a mission to help you get woke and stay woke.
So that you can stand strong, stand out, and do more for the world.
And while that is going to be entertaining with some free, juicy information,
we do have an offer at the end to take your metaphysical business from basic to bodacious, but only if it works for you.
And that's bodacious. Let me repeat that word, bodacious.
Bodacious.
So, okay, Zen heads in the house, it is time to tag up.
For all of our Zen heads in Zen Ed Academy, let us know that you're here with a hashtag Zen Head for life.
If you're watching live, give us a hashtag live tribe.
And if you're watching on the replay,
there it goes.
Hashtag replay fam.
As always, let us know where you are watching from and one special thing about where you're at. So basically, so you can help us travel and so we can not act like clueless American tourists.
Absolutely.
In your city. So
Gail, good to see you. Ginger, good to see you. Tanya, and it's a marathon watching in school.
All right.
Awesome. So you're basically having school in school?
You're well-rounded. I think that's what's going on.
We're about to school you even more. Anyway, so if you are just getting to know us.
I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
ZenRoseGarden.com.
We love helping metaphysical entrepreneurs to bring their unique healing skills to the world in a big, big way.
And in 2008, what started as kind of a side hustle for us with 3 jobs became a full-time gig in 2010. And by 2015, we basically broke our 6-figure ceiling, all without opening a healing center. So,
and since 2008, we've helped thousands of clients worldwide go from feeling confused, insecure, and overwhelmed to being clear, confident, and successful.
And if you've just found us, welcome. Say hi in the comments. We do love to connect.
If you're new, consider subscribing right over here and click that bell, and you'll be good to go.
I love how he covers his bases. So if you are a healing arts professional yourself, or you just want to be, give us a hashtag healing pro in the comments.
And let us know what you do or what you want to do.
So
Gail, Ginger, hashtag Zen Head for life. Absolutely. Tanya, you're amazing. All right, let's keep going. So a lot of our students from all over the world training to be metaphysical professionals are frustrated with how limited their growth has been.
Because many systems basically just lack foundation and integration and kind of just rename and repackage the same stuff.
Same stuff, different frosting, but nobody brought the cake.
So no matter how many papers they collected, tons of frosting, no cake. Basically, some of them had all the cool intuitive techniques without a foundation of self-growth to stabilize it.
And others had self-growth locked down without a clue of what to do with their quickly evolving intuitive skills.
And we bridge that gap. And if you stay to the end, we'll show you how to sign up for our best resource for metaphysical entrepreneurs.
To build real-world skills to turbocharge your personal healing influence in a big way. And we are looking for our Rebel 300, and stick around for more on that.
We'll tell you what that is in a few minutes.
Tanya says, mwah, love you guys. Love you too. Absolutely love our Zen heads, all of our Zen heads. You guys rock. You guys all have your own unique specialness. Specialness.
So let's get into it. Out of what we call the 3 pillars of mediumship, you hear us talk about it all the time.
Healing mediumship, messaging mediumship, and rescue and transition mediumship.
People can get lost because there are many subtypes of mediums other than the popular message mediums you see on social media.
And once you start intentionally training your particular special spice, you begin defining what you are natural at.
And then you go down that rabbit hole and you keep going until you define your special spice. And that's how it works.
Right.
It's like finding your specialty after you've taken the basics.
And we find that many developing mediums try to force a type of mediumship that may not be what is manifesting and then end up getting discouraged.
And in the world of mediumship, like other trades, being a jack of all trades, master of none is not going to gain you excellence.
But first, you have to understand what is manifesting more clearly.
So let's talk about healing mediumship.
Let's talk about it.
That's what we're talking about today.
Let's talk
healing
about it. No.
Mediumship.
Let's talk about it.
He's back at it. So one of the 3 pillars of mediumship is healing mediumship, and it shows up in a few different ways. In fact, several different ways.
Right.
But overall, the goal of mediumship should be healing of some kind when it comes down to it.
So if you want to be technical, all mediums are healing mediums, but let's get more specific today about the different styles of healing mediums.
Just to give you a good overview.
Right.
Okay.
And now it's time. Now it's time for the good stuff. Now it's time for the good stuff.
I got to give him his music moment.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's torture the whole day. He just goes around rapping the whole day, beatboxing, can't get any rest. So let's do this.
All right. So first off, we're going to talk about the spiritualists.
Okay, we're kind of talk about the spiritualists who of the 1800s, when they were developing kind of a foundational system for mediumship in our modern era, were really the first ones in our modern day to define and give an example of what a healing medium is.
So they defined it as a particular phase of mediumship, but really it encompasses a category, a pillar of mediumship.
Right. Spiritualists came out of a Christian foundational tradition, and this was sort of more an active energy work version of the traditional laying on of hands that has been used for centuries by ministers from various
You are now healed
from different various religions, right?
And basically what you do, traditional healing mediums from this particular tradition would make magnetic passes over a person as guided by spirit.
And you still see them doing this today in a spiritualist church. It's still, still done.
So basically like a magnet going over, and what this does is releases and loosens up any negative thought and energy, and it stimulates the physical body to heal.
So that's kind of the basic what a healing medium would do.
Right.
Now it gets very complex when you go into private practice. This is, just your basic thing. So as you are pulled to be a healing medium, according to the spiritualists, you call to you healing spirits on the other side who assist the healing through you from the spirit world. So that's the spiritualist kind of definition, broad-based definition of what a healing medium is.
Come to me, healing spirits, heal this person and make them whole again.
It's actually not that dramatic as David's making it. I've seen it done in the wild, and it doesn't look like that. So, but basically there's advice out of a classic guide of spiritualist mediumship
called the Wallace Guide, the Wallace Classic Guide.
Well, Wallace is the author. E.W. Wallace is the author, and it's a classic guide to mediumship unfoldment. It's a spiritualist kind of classic book to the budding healing medium, which says that you will know that you have the capacity to be a healing medium as you are pulled toward the work by compassion and empathy. And it goes on to say,
this compassion and empathy causes you to feel and take on the person's ailment as you work through releasing the energy blocks.
And therefore, it advises to let those things that you take on or feel by some means of a ritual after the session in order to disconnect.
Right. So in other words, in this concept, you're taking the stuff on and then releasing and letting go.
Right. And kind of updating that into more of a modern era, because this was written about almost 200 years ago.
In the 1800s.
In the 1800s, is that as you connect to a person's energy, it's a message from the person's body to tell you how they're hurting. And then we kind of understand the brain function and the nerve function a little bit better in our day and age, where we realize those feelings and sensations you get from a person
Are a form of communication.
As a healing medium,
Right.
are a form of communication. And then once you release them and message received, you release the energy.
Right. So if you want to be a part of our Rebel 300, listen up for that offer at the end. So this is the point in the program where we ask,
who wants free stuff?
And if you want free stuff, give us a hashtag free stuff. We've got 2 freebies, but you have to earn them because everything tastes better when it's earned, just like sushi.
I keep saying I like it better when David buys it for me. I don't know about earning it, even though I technically earn the money too.
Together. So you get 1 for sharing, 1 for staying. If you keep watching, we'll tell you how.
Hit the like button 5 times and subscribe if you want free stuff. Let's get into tip number 2.
On to shamanism. So healing mediumship, as it has been practiced by indigenous healers or collectively in just about every tribal community for centuries, is also healing mediumship.
So you got the spiritualists who kind of defined it based on a tradition of religious, spiritual, hands-on healing for centuries, but it also has been a tradition in indigenous tribal cultures, and shamanism is essentially healing mediumship.
Right.
So the indigenous healer will call the power of the spirit world to assist in healing the patient.
So this might be physical pain. It could be emotional pain. It could be spiritual pain. So the healer feels this energy and uses different methods that are traditional to the culture or to their particular healing style to help release that energy that is pent up within the person.
So when the healer is done, the indigenous healer, I like to use the term indigenous healer because shamanism is
it's so broad spectrum.
Right. So when the indigenous healer is done, they disconnect and cleanse to release themselves from the person's process, much like what they talked about in the spiritualist tradition.
Right.
So you see this sometimes in the movies, where the shaman does a healing and then they go and wash in the river after an intense healing. And it's not really that much different than a surgeon washing up before and after a procedure. It's energy instead of blood and guts.
Yeah, so it's the shamanistic version of doctor scrubbing in and scrubbing out.
Yeah, basically.
So if you're ready to be one of our Rebel 300, pay attention to that offer at the end. Bada. So how are we doing so far?
Is this making sense? Is it? If so, share it with someone who needs to get woke.
And hit that like button 5 times and subscribe right down here if you are woke.
My voice is almost back. It's almost back. It's coming. Every day it's a little bit better. So I want to lay something at you because I do have a poll for you in a second. It can take years of dabbling in different types of mediumship until it sparks you and you find your special spice. For instance, after years of study and practice, when David and I met, we'd been kind of pursuing the healing arts for years ourselves. Healing mediumship kind of became our primary focus, and that kind of skyrocketed.
And we were like, I guess that's it, right?
Right.
And then out of that, we found that we had something called catalyst mediumship. It's a real thing. You can look it up.
Which is the ability to teach and help others to open their mediumship. So it's not about forcing the ability that you want or that your ego wants.
It's about learning the craft, learning the basics and the foundations of the 3 pillars.
Basically following what is opening for you and unfolding into the best medium that only you can be.
And once you find it, go deep, don't go wide. Master your spice.
So I want to know in the comments, what phase of mediumship, we talked about it in the last video on the pillars of mediumship, which one excites you the most right now?
So it's poll time: healing, rescue, and transition, or messaging mediumship.
Which one do you love the most?
Which one like inspires you or sparks you or makes you go, yeah, that's it. Even if you're not in the field,
just
which one of those? Let us know in the comments. And while you do that, Dawn, good to see you. Wow, all of our Zen heads just showing up today. Awesome.
Heck yeah.
So while we wait for that to come in, we're just going to keep going. And today we're going to be talking right now, what we're getting into next is today's modern healing mediums.
David time jumped to the beginning of this video just now. You witnessed it, you saw it. So today's modern healing mediums, what does healing mediumship look like in the 21st century? Because you kind of saw, okay, here's what it looked historically. Here's what it looked like in the spiritualist era when they kind of brought it into the traditional, out of the traditional and into the modern.
So for one thing, science is starting to verify some of the things that healing mediums have known for centuries as far as healing energy through touch, which is healing touch.
Right. So basically, science has found that human touch stimulates the immune system, just basic human touch, right? Connection. It calms the nerves, especially when someone is holding your head, and can even speed up the healing of broken bones.
And
so
those were some things that we picked up from Scientific America.
Right. So we do a lot of, David and I try to do
stuff.
a lot of research outside of our niche. Right. We do a lot of research into psychology and neuroscience and what's the other word I'm looking for? It's sciencey
just
things.
Science itself.
Sciencey things. So that sounded very scientific. So those that have experienced
things is so scientific.
Basically, people that have experienced something extra, right? Along
like
with David, I experience that extraness every day in my life. So those that have experienced something extra, along with that healing touch, something extra will tell you that when the intention to facilitate a person's healing from a place of love is invoked, along with a call to the other side to assist, something otherworldly and miraculous and powerful can happen.
Right.
And for me, I've been lucky to be on both sides of this many times.
Actually, both of us, definitely. Yeah. So I wanted to touch some of these comments first. We've got messaging and healing, messaging and rescue, healing.
It's all fun, right?
Yeah, you guys are fun. All absolutely amazing. Everybody who's tagging up is, I can already see you guys doing it. So there you go.
So, but what does being a modern day 21st century healing medium look like?
So if you were feeling magnetized, drawn, compelled, called to do the work, as the spiritualist used to say, right? Magnetized, start by learning how to use your energy.
Simple. Yeah. Right. Start simple by taking a Reiki class or a healing touch class. It's not like you step in and you're like, I'm going to be a healer and call all the key. Just start simple and start to learn how to use your energy beyond. I mean, you already know how to use your energy. Like when a mom has a kid and they're hurt, you automatically are compelled to touch that child.
Or to give them a hug.
Right. So we all have it within us. So take it a step further and start simple by just learning an energy work modality of some kind.
Here's another element that I'm going to give you right now. You cannot become John of God, one of the most famous healing mediums in the world, because there's already a John of God. Be you. I just wanted to throw that out there.
That sounded like almost sad. No, I don't want to be John of God.
No, be you.
You want to be the best you can be.
So by showing your intention to the spirit world to do the work, trust me, your news team, your healing team is going to start to assemble on the other side as you start to learn the craft of whatever energy work modality that you choose. If you choose auric healing, if you choose light body healing, if you choose fluffing auras and making cotton candy, that's cool too.
Starting simple is the fact. I don't think cotton candy is a real thing in the energy world, but it could be if you invent it. So Don says it's about learning to consciously manage your energy. I don't know how many clients you're going to get with cotton candy, but
tons.
Probably not the kind you're thinking, but
all the sweet clients.
Oh my God. See what I have to deal with on the daily, guys. Okay.
So Don says, yes, it's about learning to consciously manage your energy. Absolutely. Absolutely. As you consciously bring that awareness to your energy and connect with the other side, you become way more powerful than just yourself by yourself.
So I would say the first thing, maybe this is 2 steps, little side insert here for me, is to start learning the techniques of an energy modality. Whatever that is, it doesn't matter. And then do your, like we say, 12 minutes a day. Spend your 12 minutes a day doing some contemplative, personal, inner spiritual work. Whatever that means to you, to connect to your higher power, your higher self, the energy of the universe, whatever's out there, 12 minutes of you time. And that's so important as a healing medium to start to learn to center yourself on the daily, not to protect yourself, not to make sure nobody's stuff gets on you, but to be in you with you.
To connect yourself to you.
Connecting to yourself is the most important step that you can make to just naturally be protected. I hate using the word protected because that sounds like there's scary things, but naturally be centered and solid in your own energy, so that when you help someone else, you naturally connect and disconnect in a very natural, easy, fluid way.
Right. And we actually did a video on that yesterday, how doing a practice like that, where you contemplate the meaning of life, the meaning of yourself, the meaning of everything, for 12 minutes a day, you're literally expanding your third eye. You are literally growing that place in your brain that has all of the functions of what we call the third eye. Just so you know, we did that video yesterday. You can go check that one out. And Medium Star says, I knew I was psychic because of my mom. And once I became a Reiki practitioner, then I found out I was a medium. I then became a Reiki master, and I enjoy the work I do, even if it's not full time yet. Absolutely, Medium Star. Welcome to the channel. Good to see you.
Keep doing what you're doing, because there's nothing like getting in that flow and that energy that does open up your mediumship. It does.
And if you are interested in going full time or expanding more on it, then wait for the offer that we have at the end to give you some more insight on that.
So basically, it doesn't really matter what modality you choose. I think the most important thing is to find one that resonates with your soul and your spirit, because I will never tell you everyone should learn Reiki or everyone should learn this.
Right.
It's more powerful when it resonates with your personal style.
Right.
So Reiki, healing touch, pranic healing, whatever it is, whatever you choose in love, the signal will be sent out there.
Yes.
Okay.
And out there, up there, whatever. And as you learn the techniques of whatever that modality is, or whatever the modalities are, you will begin to open the channels and begin to sync up as a better listener and a better channel for spirit energy to work through you as a healing medium.
And that's it.
Or as a person.
It's not just about becoming a better empty channel. It is about working on your spiritual connection as well. So
and your special spice.
So here's a question for you. Have you ever, this goes for everybody, I don't care if you use a modality or not, have you ever invoked the power of spirit, whatever that looks like to you, over someone to ask for a healing? And this could be as simple as praying to ask for an intervention and then feeling that intervention actually take place. Have you experienced that even on the simplest level, like as a child?
Yeah. So let us know that in the comments. I love your name. Mary Tarawana says, hello guys, glad I made it. Welcome to the channel, and it is glad to have you here. Medium Star said, Lord knows I'm still learning this stuff.
You're always going to be learning. As long as you approach any kind of anything you do with you were always a student, you will always, learn more.
That's the best way for you to expand your capacity for learning, is to come at it like a child and a perpetual student. Always grow.
So with that question of have you ever invoked the power of spirit, said a prayer over healing, and please heal my mom, my whatever. If you want to be technical, this can be considered healing mediumship. You asked, and somebody on the other side listened and joined in. Right. And that's basically it. Yep. So it can be as simple as that, or as complex as deep shamanic, guided healing work that takes you through your underworld, the kind of stuff that we do and other deeper healers do. But so it can fall anywhere along the range. Basically, the world needs all the help it can get, right?
Absolutely. And there are actually many phases of healing mediumship. Energy work, modalities are only one way that it manifests.
So for instance, past life regression therapists and readers that incorporate spiritual healing are phases of healing mediumship as well.
Hypnotherapists, meditation guides, even crystal bowl practitioners who work from a place of spiritual intent may have a healing team, a spiritual healing team that works through them, even if they're not aware of it.
So it's much broader than just being a Reiki practitioner, right? So we personally have a friend who is a surgeon here in Las Vegas who is a healing medium. And he doesn't do it like this. He doesn't have his clients where he does this. No. Basically, he calls his spirits in when he does a surgery and is very aware of his team working through his hands as he does his job.
Absolutely.
So it's
sciencey. It's real world.
And he feels the energy. He's very aware of it. And he's a man of science, right? A surgeon. So healing mediumship can be used by a child to an advanced practitioner to a surgeon in a hospital. So, and we could all use it, right?
So an example of this from a child, because that's a great example. If you bump your knee or if you've got a boo-boo, a child can come up and touch you without even knowing what they're doing, touch you in an attempt to make you feel better because they know that this works. Okay. Medium Star says, once I do a reading, people tell me that they feel great for a few days. Is that normal for a few days?
Sure.
Yes, absolutely. Especially if you're kind of tapping in more to spirit and conveying a message that brings healing with it. You're basically being a healing mediumship that brings a message to people that provides healing. So yes, they're going to feel great for a couple days. Usually when we do work, there's about a couple day period, about a 3-day period after the session where people are integrating the work, whether that's a reading, whether that is hands-on healing, whether that is hypnotherapy, it doesn't matter. There usually takes about 3 days for somebody to acclimate and adjust to any internal work that they're doing.
So here's the thing too, because as a Reiki practitioner, a healing medium, you're going to have 2 types of clients. The first kind we love, which are the ones that understand that it's important to do your work when you're not in the middle of your healing session. Right. It's not the healer's job to heal you. It's the healer's job to facilitate your willingness to heal and to be a vessel for the energy and all that technical stuff. But when the person leaves you, they should be doing their own self-improvement work, their own work to stabilize what has come up in the session to improve themselves so they can continue that feel good that you kind of gave them a boost for.
Right.
But then there's the kind of client that comes more from the Western tradition that's like, fix me, fix me, fix me. And then thinks that's all there is to it. Right. That they got to go. And then they just go back to feeling terrible in a week because they haven't done the work. So
and Medium Star says, yes, I always guide them to do the work.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's probably the best thing that you can do in a reading or in a session is to bring them the power to themselves, show them their own power. Nima, good to see you. Tanya says, yes, when healing my husband's back pain, I invoked spirits to help me move energy and heal him. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's basically where you're calling in your team to help you on the other side.
And that's healing mediumship.
So we want to know if you are more excited now that you have these tips.
Have we cleared some mysteries up, busted some myths, and got you a little bit more excited about your craft?
It is a revolution. We are fighting back against lost fairies and unicorns running amok, causing chaos and wreaking havoc.
And we do love them both, but sometimes they drink too much love and light and puke rainbow frosting all over the carpet, which is super hard to get out.
It is not pretty at all. We are on a mission to crack the codes and revolutionize this field to support metaphysical entrepreneurs with real tools for the 21st century, but we need your help.
So share this video and click the I'm part of the revolution link in the description with the I shared ZRG, hashtag I shared ZRG to get your bonus.
Absolutely. And we want to shout out one of our Zen heads.
So one of our Zen heads, B, I like to keep people anonymous as they desire, shared her experience with us on the Google machine recently. She said, I came into Zen Ed Academy from YouTube recently and have to say, I love your practical approach to psychic development, and I am improving faster, safe and loving space to learn. B. Thank you, B.
I just got to say, biggity B. Biggity B. You're awesome, amazing, and it is absolutely fantastic to see our Zen heads who are coming in, and they've got this one idea of what this is, and they come in and it's like this entire new world opens up for them. That's what I love to see. I mean, you guys are just getting a taste of what this actually is. Some of our Zen heads who are here today can tell you it's bigger than you think it is. As big as you might think it is, it's bigger than you think it is. I'm just gonna stop there. Nima says, is there a gentle way to give them their message to clients if they may not be ready to hear what is being said? That comes with gauging the client's response and gauging where they happen to be. Realize that you do not need to deliver the message. Okay, you are not the only place where their messages are being received. If they're not ready with you, they may be ready further down the line, or they may be ready at another time. You have to judge whether or not that message is ready for them and whether they are ready to receive it or whether you are ready to deliver it. Okay?
Well, okay. So if you've done your distance Reiki, I like to kind of sync it up here. So if you if you feel like you're coming up against a block and you're sensing something about a client that you're like, I should tell them this, it'd be really important, but you're coming up against a resistance of some kind, just do the energy work session and kind of leave that thought in a bubble for later for them. Like, you don't have to physically deliver it, kind of put it in a subconscious kind of bubble, kind of like, here you go. When you're ready for that package, you can open it.
Yeah.
And what might happen is that someone in the future might open it for them.
Right.
Another Reiki practitioner.
When they're ready for it.
I think we have to understand as healing mediums that we're sharing.
Yes.
It's not, you are not their only healer on their path.
And it's not forcing.
So you may have ethics. Yes.
Yes.
So you may have this information, but you may not have the rapport with your client yet.
They may not be able to hear the message from you, even though you're picking up the message.
So you have to first understand if it's an urgency coming from your ego,
right?
Or if it's an urgency coming from, I've got a rapport with this client and I feel drawn to give it to them. So it's just a little bit of finessing you learn as you go. But
or even if the urgency is coming from spirit that might be untransitioned.
But the point is, if you have a resistance and you have a question, put it in a little bubble
and send it to them.
And send it to them to open for later.
Yeah.
Spirit knows what to do. You don't have to have all the answers. Just be there with your willingness to be open.
Yeah, that's a little bit of taking on too much responsibility, for their growth or their session.
Yes.
Okay. So now it is offer time. It's time for that offer to take your metaphysical business from basic to bodacious, but only if it works for you.
So we have learned that self-growth and developing your superpowers go together like sushi, Sapporo, and sake.
Love it. That is why we created our signature subscription membership, Zen-Ed Academy, to bridge that gap and revolutionize this field.
Every chance he gets, right?
Yeah.
So you could keep overdosing on frosting and searching for that thing you know is missing.
It's the question that drives you, Neo.
Like, where's the cake? That's what I want to know. So, or you could plug directly into the foundation that works for thousands of our Zen heads so that you can live in your passion completely.
And create ways to get paid for it. And we're looking for our Rebel 300.
So is this right for you?
Rebel base. Oh. Okay.
Your moment was past. It was my moment.
I know.
The moment is my moment now.
I beatboxed on your moment.
Is this right for you? Are you tired of mediumship advice that is way too complicated?
Are you tired of people telling you that the intuitive arts are satanic?
Wait, I can't. Are
Are
you tired
that's like Satan's an alien.
Are you, he might be, I don't know.
He could be.
He might be a woman. Have you ever thought about that? Are you tired of people telling you that light workers and healers are all crazy?
Wait, did you just call all women satanic?
I don't know. I did not.
That's horrible.
I didn't.
Okay, are you ready for
intuitive development without judgment?
Are you ready for a psychic and mediumship training that does not scare the crap out of you?
Are you ready for self-growth that is natural and fun?
If so, then Zen-Ed Academy is the Rebel Base. Gotta love the Rebel Base, where the revolution begins.
God, I need second coffee. Anyway, so Zen-Ed Academy is where the science of self-growth meets the magic of mysticism.
With a solid foundation to discover and integrate your special spice to stand strong, stand out, and do good while living your best life, and most importantly, having fun.
And this is going to work for you, even if you're allergic to fairy dust and just need real information without all the unicorn poop.
This is going to work for you. Even if you're a complete virgin to this and have never had your metaphysical cherry popped.
I don't know when I was last a complete virgin. Anyway, Zen-Ed Academy is our inner circle where we jack you into the ZRG mainframe so you can finally conquer your inner super villain.
Master your unique superpowers so that you can heal the world in that special way that only you can. And if you want to be even more elite, you want to be one of the Rebel 300.
I told you, it doesn't stop.
It doesn't.
But
Lena, good to see you.
Basically, we are building our ground crew so that we're looking for you.
Wicked. Thanks, Nima. So, and Nima says, hell yes, it is right for me. Nima, you are amazing. We #love our Zen heads. So what do you need to do to get into the Academy and become part of the revolution? Click the link in the description to be taken to the checkout cart, put in your details, and in seconds, start the first lesson of our advanced mediumship training and be part of our Inner Revolution team with support at the ready.
And this will get you on your way to owning your gifts like a boss.
Biggity boss.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And going from hobby to pro, or just being the most amazing
You can possibly
right.
be with badass skills like Superpower Mario Brothers. I don't know what that is. Anyway, if you are fast enough to be one of our Rebel 300, you get access to exclusive bonuses that are gone once we hit 300. All the info is down below. If you still have questions, book a quick call below to see if this is right for you. Raylene says, join us, come and join us, come and get all of the things.
We have cookies.
We have cookies and
but not really. They're virtual.
We have
cookies.
cake. We have real cake. Anyway, Lena says, hello, blessings to all. Good to see you. So because you stayed to the end, you get the prize.
Click the I love you so much I stayed link in the description with the hashtag I love ZRG.
If you liked this video, hit that like button 5 times. Just kidding. It's only one. Hit it once, but please hit that like button.
It's my fault. I married a nerd, so I have nothing to complain about. Totally my fault.
Yes.
So if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. That's where we get ideas for new videos.
And for more mind hacking pro tips,
be sure to subscribe
and click the bell to turn notifications on.
So you're the first to know
when we drop a new video
or go live.
And we know that time is a valuable and precious resource, and the fact that you guys have chosen to spend that with us, we honor that and appreciate that. But most importantly, taking your life and your business to a whole new level, we honor and appreciate that even more. And we honor the fact that you guys have chosen to let us be a part of that journey. Thank you guys for that. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you in the next video.